A wise man once said, "Everything you see has its roots in the unseen world. The forms may change, yet the essence remains the same. That source is within you, and this whole world is springing up from it. Let the drop of water that is you become 100 mighty seas. But do not think that the drop alone becomes the ocean. The ocean too becomes the drop." That wise man's name was Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi, or simply known as Rumi. Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet, Islamic scholar, a theologian, but most of all he was a Sufi mystic. Sufism is the mystic arm of Islam. In a nutshell, it is a school of spiritual practice that emphasizes the inward search for God as truth, divine love, and knowledge. The verses I have recited for you moments ago are from one of his poems titled "A Garden Beyond Paradise." There is a quote that spread around the internet and it has gotten famously associated with his name. The quote says, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." This sentence bears a profound liberating meaning, and although these are not his exact words, they do not contradict him. In the poem, Rumi describes reality as this ever-flowing source of everything, inseparable and infinite. He says that even if the forms may change, the essence remains the same, and it is found in everything that we can see, hear, touch, taste, smell, or sense in any way. He carries on, saying that from earth we become plant, from plant we become animal, and afterwards we become human, endowed with knowledge, intellect, and faith. And when we pass beyond human form, we will become what he called an angel, which brings up the notion of becoming an enlightened being as we transcend from physical form. And not only that, but when we transcend that enlightened state and pass what he called the heavenly realm, we plunge into the ocean of consciousness, and the little drop that was once extracted from the ocean reunites with the source, merged in oneness. Nevertheless, he concludes by reminding us, in his own words, "Do not think that the drop alone becomes the ocean. The ocean too becomes the drop." And by saying that, he meant that the universe operates on a dynamics of fragmenting itself in the form of an individualized mind, or what he called the drop, in order to experience individuality. And as the drop gathers more and more experiences and go through all the stages of spiritual evolution, at some point it would have reached the ultimate enlightenment and reunite with the source, universal consciousness, which is the ocean. Well then, everything in the universe is created from the same conscious energy, from galaxies and stars to planets, mountains, trees, oxygen, a human body, or even a thought. They are all made of the same energy that makes up everything in the universe. This unnameable source of creation that we often refer to as the universe, the oneness, or even God, this fabric of universal consciousness, is made of the same stuff that makes you and I and everything else in the universe. All atoms are made up of the same subatomic particles. Moreover, although we call them particles, they are not material things. They are impulses of energy and information. The basic material of the universe is that it is non-material. What makes one material thing differ from the other is the arrangement and quantity of these impulses of energy and information. This understanding brings materialism and individualism to the realm of superstition. And when we are able to let go of those two things, all of our priorities change, because when we change our perspective, then we can really see the whole world as our own body. We see the suffering of others as our own suffering, and it makes us want to help. Maybe what is keeping us from eradicating all the suffering in the world is this strongly ingrained notion that we are separate from the world and from each other. You know, everyone is out there looking for something, looking for some answer. Either you are searching for a different life, for new opportunities, a new career, or something big like your life purpose, or even if you're searching for God. The search ends when we decide to look inside of ourselves and realize not that we have everything we need, but that we are everything we need. And we start living the present without overlooking the future in trying to predict every possible outcome in order to gain control of our lives. Control is driven by fear, fear of the unknown and unexpected, and fear is triggered by the lack of faith, faith on the universe. Therefore, faith on yourself. Because all that the universe is, you are that too. All that God is, you are that too. And just as God can create, so can you. You are a co-creator of your own reality and everyone else's reality. You are consciousness shaped into a human being. You are the universe experiencing itself. You are God beholding God. You are the entire ocean in a drop.